Lieutenant Etheldred James Holt was one of 100 men remaining in his brigade of mounted cavalry at Appomattox Courthouse, Virginia, April 9, 1865. Decades later, he relived the events of that day.
The sun came up to our left, gloriously bright and warm and cheering to men worn out with cold, hunger, and loss of sleep as we were. About that time, a chaplain from some regiment in our division rode out in front of our brigade and made an earnest and fervent prayer. Soon afterwards, the enemy began shelling us. Promptly, General W.P. Roberts' brigade charged in line, with drawn sabers directly upon the battery. Our charge was first met by shells, then grape, and then by canister and the balls from the carbines. When we got within about 200 yards of them, they began to run. Some went into the woods, some took shelter under the gun carriages, and all quit firing. Our loss was very light. We captured 4 Napoleons and about 50 men.
As soon as they got prisoners and the captured guns to a secure location and reorganized, a small enemy force was spotted.
I called to General Roberts and pointed them out, and after a hasty examination with his field glass, he ordered the 75th to charge and capture them. We at once drew sabers and charged in columns of 4. Our Yankees dropped on their knees and opened on us with a hot fire with Spencer rifles. I saw it was impossible to reach them with the saber and gave the order to unsling carbines and fire. We gave them a volley, and about that time my horse was killed.
He soon ordered his men to fall back, and moments later, firing ceased as a party of Confederates came riding toward the courthouse with a flag of truce. General Robert E. Lee had made the agonizing choice to surrender his army. Roberts and others made their escape, and Holt, with no horse, was left in command.
We soon were camped in a field near the courthouse, where we made out a roll of men and officers present, drove our guns into the hard earth to tie our horses to, made a fire, burned our flag to keep the Yankees from getting it, and waited for further orders and something to eat. The next day we lay and rested. On Tuesday evening, we got our paroles ready and left for our homes in North Carolina.